What is going on, fam? So today I'm with Dirk.
What up?
And we are working on the daily. As I mentioned in my last video, she's gonna be the track baby. So first things first, we gotta get her on some stiff suspension, or relatively. We're working on a budget this year. We're gonna be installing some MaXPeedingRods. So I got them in my car, I'll show you guys in a second. But anyways, we're gonna start with the rear and make our way to the front. I'm not gonna slam her right now. I'm just kind of gonna get the suspension on there, and come track time, once I get my wheels and tires on there, I'm going to dial in the fitment. So without further ado, let's get right into it. We got her all jacked up, guys. Now we're gonna take her unpacked. You guys got 19 mils on there. All right, boys, so we got the wheel off and I'm inspecting the stock suspension, and we've already run into an issue. Whoever owned this car prior, or one of the previous owners, I don't know what he was doing, but basically he snapped off a bolt and just left it chilling inside of the control arm bushing. And basically it has no nut on it, so you can't turn it off. My thought process right now is torch the living crap out of it and hit it with some PB Blaster and try to punch it through the bushing. So just to give you guys a little look at this, of this absolutely absurdness. So this is what we're looking at, guys. This back shock is literally just resting on the stud a little bit, as you see right there. Yeah, it's resting on the stud because this Honda is so light and resilient. So basically, yeah, we're gonna have to pry this up a little bit and torch the living crap out of it, and hopefully we can punch it through. Also, guys, shout out MaXPeedingRods for sending these over to me. I'm going to leave a link down below. I have a discount code for you guys if you are looking to pick up a set. I will let you know how they ride very shortly. So the MaXPeedingRods, they come with these little brackets for the... Yo, nice one, Kev. My guy ripping in the YouTube vid. So basically, these front coilovers / struts come with some brackets for the brake lines, which are completely unnecessary, so I just took them off.
On this model, on some models you need them.
Yeah, I'm sure on some models you need them, but on the LX you do not need them because they're built in to, what is that, like the control arm? Yeah, built in to that control arm right there, so you don't even need them on your strut. Alrighty, boys, so basically right now we have the stockies out. On the passenger side, the stockies out, and on the driver's side, take a little walk around here. Durkin, we got the stocky out, and we put the MaXPeedingRod in there. Right now, he is working on adjusting the preload.
Just some little tricky tricks with those numbers up there, measuring tape.
So the ride height right now should be about, what, like an inch drop?
Yeah, about an inch.
So we're looking at about an inch drop.
Should be mid.
And the preload isn't quite set for track, but we got her just so we can ride her on the roads, but definitely still stiffer than stock. I'm gonna get the other side on, lower her down, and save the rears for another day. But this is what we're looking like. We ran into a small issue, nothing too major, but tonight I am going to be sending her home on straight up one coilover on the front, and we got the other stocky on, as you guys see. Basically, guys, what happened is this little strut tower right here, two brackets, the two prongs, as you can see, has a little bolt in the back, and she got snapped off right there. So tomorrow, or ASAP, because tomorrow's going to snow, I'm going to go to a junkyard and pull off the tower and just use that tower. So I'm probably just gonna cut that and pull it off the stocky and just grab a whole new tower. So I don't really have to deal with that because it will be cheap. So wish me luck on my adventure home. Should be interesting to say the least. We currently got her lubed up, heated up, and now we're taking our handy dandy welder and we're gonna weld a bolt to the end of there and try to turn it loose. So let's hope that does the trick. That's how you do it, boys. Some high quality stuff right there. Should do the job though.
No, it's not gonna work.
You don't think so?
No.
No.
It's gonna
Twisted right
Yeah. That's how you do it, guys.
Dude, what the bro?
When he says somebody can do it cheaper.
Alright guys, so now we're going to the drill press. We kind of got her welded to the bracket right now a little bit. Let's get a rip in the chat, boys. How we doing, bud? You losing your shit yet?
Yeah.
Someone needs a Snicker bar. You'll laugh at this later, man.
Just beat it on with a hammer.
All right, boys, so after boring this baby out, we took the bit and put her on reverse and she popped right out, fortunately, after like an hour or two of hell. So that is a stress reliever right there. And now we're dealing with the fun side, the part that's actually threaded in there. By knocking on her, basically, he is knocking out all of that rust and corrosion inside of there, just to make it a little bit easier when pulling her out. So now we're boring out this side just the same way we did the other side, except this one has threads on it, so it might be a little bit more difficult.
Whoa!
She's biting something. Oh, she's biting. You're gonna break her wrist, dude. We are not sponsored by Snap-on, guys. Shout out Pete, though.
JV's the goat here.
Facts. Yes, sir. Blood, sweat, tears, and lots of Snickers bars later, and she is out.
All for a good time.
Now that is a nice sight to see. That is a beautiful sight to see. after cutting and getting that bolt out, we just tapped some new threads in there, which I believe, well, which are definitely the same threads as the old one. So tomorrow morning, Ace Hardware, here we come. We're gonna thread a new bolt in there and then get a nut just to jam it in and make sure she doesn't back off. So it is the next day. It is about 10 a.m. right now, and we just left Ace Hardware and we got back to the homestead where we are welcomed by the old D, and we are working with a new bolt, and we are also working with a little lock nut that we got just to put on the back, just for extra safety precautions. I mean, there's really no need for it. We tapped new threads in there in the wishbone setup after we got all that mess out, and we just pre-threaded in this bolt, and it goes in meat. So we're gonna throw her in, put the peating rod on there, and she should be good to go for the front at least. The rear, let's hope that's not another headache. We got the coilover just hanging in there right now, and the bolt threads in all nice and dandy. We haven't tightened her down yet, but basically what's gonna go down, because I'm not really gonna be filming this entire process, kind of a little straightforward for you. But basically, these top two little studs right there, gonna go through the top right there, obviously. And we got our 14 mils, they're gonna go on both ends. Put her back onto the control arm down there, and tighten this one up, put our brake line back on, and put our crown nut back there for our ball joint, and she will be all good. Little update for you guys, the coilover is officially installed with our new hardware. That nut really isn't doing his job. As you guys see, it doesn't go all the way on, but I'm just keeping it there because it's kind of holding against the wishbone. And right now we are just getting the height, matching the height with the other side, with the driver's side. So Alex is just taking that off, and we're gonna get the height dialed in. We're not gonna slam her, but we're gonna get her just lowered a little bit until it's ready for track time. So we got the other side all set up. We got it set up from 3 inches from this top collar, or the bottom collar of the top one, down to the bottom collar of the shock. So we're gonna set it for 3 inches just to match the other side. And it's not a big drop whatsoever. It's literally just a little bit less than factory. So we're gonna rock it just like that until winter passes and she's ready for the track, to lower her probably like another inch and a half more. Alrighty guys, so they are on. Bringing this baby down to the ground. Let's see what we're working with.